All right, boys, welcome to today's market recap. Today is December 17th, 2025. I did not take a trade today. Let's get right into it. I just recorded this. However, everything was inverted for some reason and my microphone wasn't on. So let's remake this. I haven't taken a trade since last Wednesday, so it's been a week. Didn't trade today as well, so haven't taken a trade in a while. It is what it is, though. So coming into this morning, I noticed that on the higher time frames, we had a previous day high SMT. Let's just go to the daily real quick. Hopefully it loads. I'm in the middle of the ocean right now. You guys want to see real quick? Pretty, pretty fast. Anyways, I don't know what's going on the baby. Where are we? Here we go. Um, so we had a previous day high SMT with the side right here. Um, So I was like, okay, cool. Come down to the 4 hour. Didn't really have much on the 4 hour. Let's go down to the hourly. I did notice one thing. So coming into market open, obviously this candle was still fluctuating. And at this point in time, this hourly for value gap had yet to be tapped into, which this was also the candle for the London lows. And then we also had a 15-minute that was not filled yet right under the hourly. So what I wanted to see at market open is I wanted to see this SMT hold up until this area, and then I wanted to see how price rejected off this area. If we can come down to about these 15-minute intermediate lows, which is also the unfilled hourly, and one of those look something like this, and continue down, hit this, and then we can look for a PDI up until like these highs, these highs, these highs, whatever. Go ahead and look for that. Or if this previous day high SMT wants to hold, we can then go ahead and target all these lows to the left of us, and then our ultimate and final target with previous day low. So I wanted to see how price reacted off of here. So I was pretty much bearish until um, this area got hit, and then I wanted to see how price react. We ended up displacing through it. We closed through the 15 minutes, I believe. Yeah, we closed through both 15 minutes. We closed through this hourly. So at this point in time, I flipped my bias. This unfilled 15-minute gap was the lowest point I wanted to see price go if we were going to remain bearish. So we ended up flipping my bias right there. Created a 5-minute fair value gap. Created a 15-minute fair value gap. And I was just waiting for 10 a.m. to open into it. So let's go to 10 a.m. real quick. Where 10 a.m. open? 10 a.m. opened right about here. So I wanted to see some form of manipulation higher into these two fair value gaps, and then we can look for shorts down towards either this low, this internal low. We have these higher time frame lows to the left of us, whatever the case may be, right? We had clear draws, but we just couldn't find our entry model. It is what it is. It happens. Let's see how what price ended up doing. So we kind of ended up just chopping around, and I was fine with playing this one of two ways. If we were chopping, okay, we're creating this little box that I'm talking about, right? We're just inside of this box. I need to see some form of manipulation one way, okay? And chances are, if we get manipulation one way, we're probably going to distribute the other. Chances are, it doesn't happen every time, didn't happen today, but that is a high possibility of what can happen. So let's see what we ended up doing. What did we get? We got a nice move up, but we didn't sweep either any of these highs right here, okay? Didn't tap into this 15-minute fair value gap. We didn't get a clear manipulation. Like, yeah, we got a manipulation taking out this high right here. Okay, cool. But we didn't hit the 15-minute, we didn't hit the 5-minute, we didn't sweep out the internal highs. So now what do we have? We have relatively equal highs at our stop loss. If we're trying to short, we have an unfilled 15-minute out our stop loss. We have an unfilled 5-minute out our stop loss. It just doesn't look pretty, okay? But like I said, I was fine with playing this one of two ways. So even if we manipulate it lower, I can then go ahead and say we're right here and we manipulate lower, taking out this low. Maybe we could even create an S&T with this low. I can then look for longs towards all this LR right here, this unfilled 15-minute, and this unfilled 5-minute. And then if we want to continue down towards previous day low after we hit that, then cool, we can continue down, but that would be already out the market, so we already won, right? One and done. However, if we manipulate the other way, manipulate higher into this 5-minute and 15-minute gap, then we can just ride the trend down all these lows right here. We had an LR literally on both sides, so it was beautiful draws on both sides. And then we had previous day low below us as well. And I believe there was relatively lows on the higher time frame. Yeah, we had these lows right here, 1 and 2. So this was a good draw as well. If you guys wanted to go ahead and target that at this point in time, and that's what I would have went ahead and targeted. Say we got the version like right here. It's about 100 points away, 150 points away. So that's plenty of points for me. Just go ahead and see how this played out. We were kind of just chopping around. Like I said, we got a manipulation. We ended up getting an inversion. This was super invalid because liquid is resting at our stop loss, right? Unfilled 15-minute relatively by highs. Didn't really break out of the accumulation zone, so it wasn't really that pretty for me. And then we continued lower, all the way down towards our first target. And if you wanted to hold down towards previous day low, this is what it would have looked like. Kind of chopped around a little bit and then boom. So that's where we're currently at. I believe we're just going to chop around the rest of the day. Nothing was too clear. But yeah, that's about it for today. If you guys have any questions, concerns, you know the drill. Leave them in the comments. Free Discord is in the description. You want to up your allocation. Call LoeGpa on Lucid Trades. Link is in the description for that as well. So, with that being said, I will catch y'all boys tomorrow morning with another live trading. But look at this boat. Look at this boat. Let me fix my screen, guy. Oh my god, what's going on? Let me do it this way. You guys want to see a boat? Alright, little boat. Alright, fellas. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.